Hey you guys, welcome back to the Geno Life. For those of you that don't know, my name is Precious and this page is dedicated to sharing our journey with autism with our daughter Mikko, who is nonverbal. We have been in the emergency room all night with Mikko, and we still have yet to figure out what's going on.
Here.
98.9 is not too bad. You don't feel hot, but we do got the heat on a little bit. I'm gonna check you again in a bit, okay? Yeah, because it smells bad in here. I know that little thing couldn't do much, but
Just to get it up. And
yeah.
Do the full thing with the do what's the name tomorrow. That's the task for tomorrow now.
Alright, you feel okay? Yeah? How your tummy feel? How's your tummy feel? Are you this or this? Tummy? This or this? Ooh.
Tummy hurt?
Yeah, she said it's...
Yeah, you need to stop eating. No more eating.
More snacks. No.
No more.
Yeah.
There's too much going on, and then there's too many other kids who could be sick with whatever and passing it along. We don't know. So, that's all I'm saying. I don't like that.
Just in time. Here goes.
Mama,
Yeah.
maaf,
Huh?
maaf.
More eyes. We gotta give it a few minutes.
Jangan melihat,
Huh?
jangan.
You asked? I know, use your words. Good job. But we still have to wait. Wait?
Wait,
Can you do that?
wait.
Wait. Good job. Yep. Most of the night, just really after school, you guys know that she just started school, so she was, after the first couple of days of school, she got sick and we had to take her out of school. She was out for a week and 2 days with a high fever, not really eating, and we just couldn't get her fever down. And that was very normal, or we were expecting that because Mikko is not around a lot of people, and this was her first time away from home. She is usually just with me, her dad, and her brother and sister. And so we knew that once she got around a bunch of kids, that she would probably get sick. Young kids, they spread germs. A lot of the kids that are in the classroom are special needs, from maybe not being able to talk, having autism, even to other types of disabilities. And as you know, like, their immune system isn't that good. So with Mikko, because she's not usually around a lot of people, she gets sick very easily. And although it is a good thing that she is around a lot of people, that we are introducing her to more people so that her body can get used to those things, it's a lot of just unexpected things that just happen just overnight. So we took her, so she came home from school doing just fine. The couple of nights before that, she wasn't really eating dinner, but she's I'm very sensitive to a lot of different foods, and she has a food aversion. So certain colors and certain textures of foods, she won't eat. And so we try to keep her safe foods in the house, but we also still try to give her foods that new foods, introduce her to new things, because we do want to expand her palate, and we want to make sure that she's getting enough nutrients in her body, and she's not going to get it all by just eating one thing, right? So if you guys have been following our journey, you guys know that we've been dealing with this for the last 2 years. So I didn't think anything about it, but yesterday when she came home from school, she was she seemed just fine. She was really hungry. And I seen that her lunchbox was empty, so she had eaten all her lunch. She didn't eat her breakfast that morning, but she ended up eating leftovers that we had for dinner when she got home. And so I was just, oh my God, she's eating! Like, thank God, like, she's eating. And she ate that, and then which was chicken Alfredo and broccoli, and then. And it was only a little bit of that, and I gave her some like cheese and pepperoni roll up, just one, and she did just fine. She was drinking. About 2 hours later, she threw up, and I'm just, oh, it was everywhere, all on the carpet, just everywhere. And I just assumed, like, okay, well, that's cheese, that's a lot of cheese. Maybe I wasn't really sure what she ate at school. And like, if they gave her anything additional at school, and so so she threw up, and we're like, okay, we're get her some fluids. We thought everything was okay. She did not have a fever, and she was running around. She seemed perfectly fine. It just seemed like it was just one of those, oh, I ate too much type of things. I threw up, right? And then so we sat down to do Valentine's cards, because they were having a class party for Valentine's Day. And the only thing that I'd given her, and this was a few hours before, the only thing I'd given her in between there was water, coconut water, and then just regular water. And in the middle of trying to undo the cards, she just vomited all of the water up. Like, it went everywhere. It was like every piece of, like, every sip that she had taken all day, like, it seemed like it was more water than what I'd given her. And then it had a little bit of yellow in there, but I'm just thinking, like, oh, it could be leftover foods, not thinking anything about it. And we're like, okay, well, she's throwing up water, so that's pretty weird, but she still didn't have a fever. So we're like, okay, let's just give it a little while. Let's see, because she still seemed fine. And then, so, Chris gave her a bath and, got her cleaned up, put her in her pajamas. And then she was sitting down watching a movie with the twins, and This was maybe an hour later, and I gave her ice chips, and then she threw that up. But now it was like, it was like mucusy, but it had a yellow in it. I was just like, all right, well, she hasn't eaten anything in a while, so I'm not sure what that is, right? But it was just like a very faint yellow. And then, so I'm like, okay, we're not going to give her anything. Let's, you know, find out what we need to do. Let's look up and just, you know, kind of look up some stuff. And then we were laying in the bed, and I'm like on my phone, I'm looking up, okay, you know, where's the next, like, you know, hospital at? Because you guys know we're not from here, and this is a very small town, and to get to a hospital, it is like 30 minutes to an hour away. And so I'm like, okay, I need to find like an urgent care. And in the middle of doing that, she started vomiting, but now it is like, and she hadn't had anything, and now it is all completely like dark yellow. It's just all yellow. And yet she still doesn't have a temperature or fever. So ended up having to take her to the hospital, and we were there all night. I mean, we didn't even get home until like 1 a.m. But went to the doctor, and as you guys can see there, they, you know, when we got there again, right when we got there, she threw up on the floor, and it was all yellow. And so at this point, we know that it's bile, because she doesn't have any content in her stomach. She doesn't have any food in her stomach, but she still doesn't have a fever. Now at this point, she does seem like she's a little bit like she's not really feeling it, because right before she threw up, when we were on the bed, I was in the middle of like getting her, her heart rate was really fast. And that happens a lot when you're throwing up, when you're vomiting, like your heart rate is going to race. It's going to beat fast. But her breathing was very weird. It was like kind of shallow, and maybe that was just the beginning of her, like, oh, I'm about to throw up, like that's her, you know. The problem that we have is that we don't know, like, when she is feeling like bad. Like there wasn't any indication of her to tell us like, hey, my stomach is hurting beforehand. A lot of the times, like, we just have a really hard time of knowing if she's hurt or not. She was able to tell me yesterday morning that her head was hurting, and she does this to her head, and she just does this. And so no, her head is hurting. So I run to the store to get her some Tylenol, and that was fine. And that was like, you know, I didn't think anything about it, because I don't know, like, kids can get headaches, but I'm just like, well, you're not drinking enough water. And so we're like, okay, well, maybe you're just not drinking enough water, because we're not with her all day, right? She's at school, so I don't know what the teachers are doing. I don't know if they're giving her water like she needs to, right? And so for the last couple of days, she's been having a headache, and before she goes to bed, she's like, my head, like she needs something, right? So I'm just assuming that she's just not getting enough water, but I don't think that that's what it is after yesterday. So they did a nose swab, mouth swab. They tested her for, you know, RSV, COVID-19, strep, the flu, all of that. Everything came out negative. They tested her blood sugar. They had to do the finger prick because she couldn't give them a urine sample because she's not peeing, she's not holding anything. But her blood sugar was fine. Her temperature never spiked. It still didn't spike, but she finally was able to eat ice after they gave her a half a Zofran. And that is just to help with nausea, to be able to, so that we can get her to eat something. And so I was okay with that, and that seemed to help, because she was able to eat ice after that. And she hasn't thrown up since last night, but now she's just sleeping all morning. She got up, she had a bite of yogurt and 2 blueberries, and she kind of just fell back asleep. She's really hungry because she keeps telling me that she's hungry, but she keeps falling asleep. So now I'm just like, you know, we had to turn the baby monitor on last night when we got home, or this morning when we got home, and then I have it on now because I need to be able to hear her, because I don't know what's going on. And so we're gonna see how today goes, but we may have to, depending on what she's able to keep down today, we may have to take her an hour away to the children's hospital to see what is going on, because nobody else in class is sick. And this doesn't seem like, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to say what it seems like. It could be anything, right? I don't know. And with her being nonverbal and not being able to tell me anything, and to really like explain how she's feeling right now, all she's doing is thumbs up, thumbs down, which is working for us. But a lot of the questions that I'm asking her, a lot of the things that I want her to try to help me understand, she doesn't understand, so she can't really give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So Um, I'm frustrated, I'm tired, and I've been researching all day, and if anybody else is going through this right now with their toddlers, maybe it is a different type of bacteria, flu, viral thing going on right now. If you guys got some answers, if you guys, if your child is going through this, please comment it below, message me, private message me, email me something like, or any information that you guys might know, because I feel like I'm underwater right now. I feel like I'm drowning, and I'm frustrated right now, and I'm trying to keep my cool. Nobody else in the house is sick. Everybody else is feeling just fine. So it just doesn't seem like it's something that's going around, because nobody else around her or around us is going through this. Like at the school, like we haven't heard anything. And so, yeah, I wanted to come on here and let you guys know that, give you guys an update about what's been going on. But I also just wanted to see if anybody else is going through this, because if you guys are, if there's any possible thing that you guys can give, any answers or anything, that would be very helpful. Waiting on the doctor, or pediatrician to give us a call back. I sent an email in, but right now she's sleeping and she is able to keep something down, but I still need to find answers, and I'm not gonna be waiting around. I'm gonna call every doctor around here that I possibly can. Yep, so that's where we are. But thank you guys, and until next time.